Hey yo, what's up guys? Um, Welcome back to another stream. I was seriously not planning on stream. Okay, so a lot happened, right? And by a lot, I mean not a lot. The reason why I said I was gonna stream today, right? And I was planning to, right? I was planning Half-Life 2, but I fell asleep. And yeah, I fucking fell asleep for the entire afternoon. I was like fucking on, you know, I was so fucking tired, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. So I missed the stream. Like at 9 o'clock, I woke up and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go stream. So I called Ty up and I'm like, hey, we need to play Half-Life 2, because I kind of missed the stream. And he's like, bro, it's 9 o'clock. I have to go to bed, bro. So, basically, I missed my shot. And, yeah. Shit. But it's okay, though. Not really. But it's okay. Because, well, you know. Anyways. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to. This stream is going to basically be me testing out shit. Just trying to get the audio working. Because last stream, the audio was way too fucking quiet. And I couldn't hear shit. I couldn't hear anything. Ty's voice was super quiet. It's usually never like that. So, I had to do something about it. And so that's why I'm making the stream. But first, I need to get my mic set up. And so in the meantime, while I'm doing this, you should consider liking and subscribing, you feel me? Helps out the channel a ton, And yeah. You should definitely do it. What the fuck? How the fuck do you do this shit? Alright, whatever, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Come on, you stupid fucking. Try it. There we go. There we go. Alright. Cool. It's somewhat on there. Like fucking I didn't do it right. But I got my mic on the Don't ask why I searched up goat testicles, bro. I don't want to hear anything about that. Let's watch a video and see what the fuck is this. Alright. Oh, it's pretty cool. Hold on.
This is the story of the man who single-handedly invented the lovely internet pastime of watching shock videos of people dying. This is the incredible comedy of errors surrounding the man who is the first ever death recorded on film. You can watch this one. Straight up. You can go see it right now. It is historical footage that is archived.
Really?
In countless
I can do
places,
that.
even here on YouTube. Now, I'm not
No
going
way.
to put the footage on screen right now because this website is, let's face it, run by and made for gigantic cowards who over the years have done anything they can to bitch about everything they can, and who have worked to the bone to soften the edges of formerly boundary-breaking entertainment to the point of it being uninteresting.
Sounds a lot like liberal entertainment.
No, I'm just-
Unfortunately have to bend to their whims if I want to make money and get any attention, so you don't get to see it. But if you do want to check out exactly what I'm talking about, there's half a dozen archives that have put this footage
Right.
up on the internet. It'll be great supplemental footage to watch to fully understand what I'm about to tell you. This video is a spin-off of the Weird Deaths series, which is my cavalcade of videos looking at hilarious and highly unlikely ways that people have bitten the dust throughout history. This fat puppy of a
Alright.
knowledge load was a long time
fuck up.
coming, and it's a big, round, happy baby to birth out of my comedy cranium, as you can tell by the runtime of this video. And it makes me happy for you, the viewer specifically, because I have seen a ton of you commenting on all of my videos to make sure that I didn't miss this one. If you're part of the 1 or 2% of people who didn't know this fun fact before, or you're uncomfortable watching old-timey footage of someone
Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna be real with you. I watched a lot of gore videos back in my day. I've seen Funky Town gore, the dude getting decapitated with a chainsaw, fucking the dude that got his fucking heart fucking ripped out. I've seen a lot of, gross shit. I've seen Two Girls in One Cup. I've seen that all. So I've kind of gotten desensitized to it. So, yeah.
fucking jumping to their death, then I consider it my proud civic duty to tell you what happened to spare your sensitive eyeballs from having to see anything beyond my incredibly handsome visage. Franz Reichelt was a French inventor and tailor, and he wanted to spend his entire life dedicating himself to combining the two. That led Franz to develop a wearable parachute suit that he planned for pilots to wear as an escape means should they eject from their aircraft. Idiotic
Come on,
laws
what's
from
this?
around the world.
Remember. I'm not reacting. I'm testing. I'm trying to see how loud the shit is. I'm trying to see all this stupid shit. So that way, when I stream, I actually stream tomorrow. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm going to actually stream Half-Life 2, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. You better be there for it. I better see you there. We'll be ready, and you'll be able to hear things. You'll be able to hear Ty. It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. It'll be great. Ty's offline.
World or a tale
So,
as old as time.
yeah.
It's
I'm
such
gonna
an
be talking a
ancient
lot.
humorous
So,
digital factoid that they'd regularly
I'm
make their
a.
rounds in those email
Stop
chains
fucking
that you
talking,
get
bro.
from your grandma.
I'm talking. You're not talking.
I'm showing my age again. I mean, they're often sent to you as copy and pasted Facebook
Right.
posts
And,
by your mom in a text message.
Okay, bro.
Okay, that was.
My mom
close.
doesn't
I
use
made a
Facebook.
really
She's
big
fucking
blunder
dead.
there. My grandma died long before she had an email address, but anyway. How many of you out there actually go above and beyond in the service of silly shit like I do and research these things? We've heard of these laws time and time again. For example, the one I always heard growing up was that it's illegal to parachute in Florida on a Sunday as an unmarried woman. But obviously that's not true, right? When have you ever, and I mean ever, heard of that law coming into action or being enforced or even being mentioned outside of people emailing you things like, hey, did you know that it's illegal to parachute in Florida on a Sunday as an unmarried woman? I meant, not email, sent as a Facebook message. Fuck! I found this infographic here from Olivet Nazarene University, and watch, I'm going to snap my fingers and disappear so you can kind of look at it.
All right.
It provides a bright and
Wait a minute. Did I just see fucking Netflix on there?
colorful collection of a dumb law from all 50 states. Just means in one
I can see there's a fucking sponsor too. I can see there's a sponsor.
One way or another, it's not illegal. For the purposes of clarity, if a law applies to only part of a state, such as a city or a county, we're going to go ahead and put it in category 3, because that does not make it a state law. If I say eating a mayonnaise sandwich is illegal in Los Angeles, then that doesn't mean it's illegal in all of California. And all of these laws dictate them as if they are state laws, which you will soon see is mostly untrue. Now, it's possible for a handful of these they were laws at one point, and throughout the years, historical state codes listing them have not been preserved or updated, or they're no longer utilized, and I'm going to try my best to point out these cases. But for the most part, that still does not mean it's a law, and I'll clarify that later on as well. And who knows, maybe throughout this video we'll have a few laughs along the way.
Maybe.
Oh, and answer your question.
Okay, right now I want to see what they have to. Holy shit, that's long. All right, I want to see. North Carolina.
Ringling Brothers? Well, this one is courtesy of Barnum and Bailey Circus. So the part about elephants plowing cotton fields was completely true and did happen. There's historical books from the late 1800s that discuss and contain drawings recreating the incidents. Barnum and Bailey would send their elephants out to plow fields as a publicity stunt to promote the circus. Now, the anti-elephant law was said to have come to prevent them from doing that because the elephants damaged the shit out of the crop fields, and the resulting tourism dollars weren't enough to justify having to accept that big dumb gray motherfucking thing just killed our whole food supply. But the important question, was this ever a law? Not from what I can gather. At least this one has a somewhat credible origin story, unlike a lot of the others on this list, but if I don't see it in the state code and I don't see it in the court records, then it doesn't mean shit to me. Obliterate your yearly harvest with some proboscidea of your choosing for all I care. North Dakota. It's illegal to set off fireworks past 11 p.m.
Well, yeah. No shit. People are trying to fucking sleep. Freaking asshole. Anyways, we're gonna be looking at some OBS. Some tips and tricks. Okay, that was cool. That was cool.
What's good, guys? Welcome to the channel for another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 8 OBS tricks that you're probably not using today. Starting off with number 1 on the list is Discord overlays. Have you ever been on someone's stream and you see the bubbles of someone in a Discord call lighting up right on their stream? Well, you can do this yourself using the Discord Stream Kit. On their website, you can select Install for OBS, and this will pop up the Discord application where you're going to need to authorize the Stream Kit to be paired with your Discord. Once you're logged into StreamKit, you're gonna see 3 different widget tabs that you can pair with OBS. The one we care about is the voice widget. And within here, this is where you can select the server and the voice channel that you're using in Discord. There's some additional settings below that you can play with. The most notable one would be show speaking users only, which if you have that selected, you'll only see the names appear on stream whenever someone is speaking within the voice channel. Once you have those settings in place, if you look to the right side, you're going to see the browser source link that you need to copy into your OBS, as well as the dimensions. Once you do that and you're in an active voice channel party, this is what it should look like overlaid on top of your stream. You know what other overlays?
I could do that. I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. It's just whether or not I want to. You know what I mean? Do I really need that? Will it really contribute to like fucking streaming? Because I don't like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with Half-Life 2 if I want it to be like a story progression thing. Or we're just streaming and having fun and playing the game. I don't know. There are story elements, like with me and Ty getting completely unrecognized, even though he helped me fight off against the Resonance Cascade. Since Ty was the one that helped me, but nobody notices him, that's kind of a key plot point because like nobody noticed him. They just noticed Gordon Freeman, which is me. So we do story elements like that, but we also just play the actual game like, we're streaming. So I don't know which one to do. I'm kind of in limbo between the two. Should I make it like a Freeman's Mind sort of thing, or just make it like a Let's Play sort of thing? You know what I mean? Because for like right now, it's kind of both. But I don't really know what to do. So I bet you leave a comment down below and see what I'll, see what y'all want.
Are really cool to have within your OBS.
I'll think about it though. Because having a Discord overlay would probably take away from the experience if we do like a story element sort of thing. But I would definitely do it if we're doing it for like a Let's Play sort of case. You know what I mean?
Custom-made overlays by OwnPro. OwnPro offers hundreds of unique overlays and alerts in your favorite language.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I kind of wanted to make one myself, you know what I
To
mean?
fit any streamer's style. With the OwnPro plugin installed in your OBS studio, overlays can be added at the single click of a button. On top of that, you can get copyright-free music and sounds via the Epidemic Sound Library,
I don't want
a
that.
chatbot, and much more. You can check out the links to my sponsor, OwnPro, in the description below. The second
Look, man, I am not a pro streamer, and I don't intend on being one. I stream, I play games with my friends, and we have fun, and that's it. I only need to do what's necessary in order to fulfill that role, whether it's equalizing the audio, getting the right like definition and quality so it's not laggy and shit, so that everything is all smooth. No, just to make it a seemingly enjoyable experience. Last stream was not enjoyable. This fucking audio, my voice was too loud, the game's audio was too low, Ty's voice was too low, so you barely could hear anything. I would never, I couldn't rewatch it. It fucking bugged me so much. And so I really need to fix that shit, you know what I mean? And I hate it because like, when I put this all in a playlist and shit, and people want to watch me play the full game, I'm gonna have audio issues, and they're gonna have no choice but to sit through it, and that's gonna really, hurt me. It's gonna hurt my viewership. What the fuck am I saying? I don't even have viewership. I don't even have fans. I don't have anybody who watches this shit. I just watch it for fun. But if you're here and you are watching, thank you. I love you.
OBS trick to show you is how to record sources individually. To do this, you're going to need to go to the OBS project website and download the Source Record plugin. Once you have the plugin installed, make sure you restart OBS so the changes can take effect. And from here, you just need to choose one of your sources and then go to the filters option. Select the plus button under the effects filters and choose the Source Record option, and make sure you set the record mode to recording. You'll also want to set what the file name is going to be. Instead of just the timestamp, put the name of the source in front of the timestamp, such as gameplay or facecam. Recording format is going to be MP4. You'll need to also set an encoder, so whether or not that's your CPU or your dedicated graphics card, I recommend using both by having one of these do your normal OBS recordings and then the other one do the source recordings. But it truly depends on how good the specs of your computer are for what settings your recordings. But it truly depends on how good the specs of your computer are for what settings you're going to choose here. You can apply what I just showed you here to each source that you plan on recording.
All right, here's the thing. Here is the thing, right? I don't need that. I don't need this. The reason why I stream on YouTube and not Twitch is because it actually saves my videos, because on Twitch it doesn't save my streams. So once I'm done streaming, that media is gone forever. If I was streaming on Twitch, this would be incredibly useful, so I can go back and view the footage, so I can upload it on like YouTube or some shit. But if I'm just gonna upload it on YouTube anyways, I might as well just do it on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Separately.
Also, I'm more well known on YouTube. I get a lot more viewership on YouTube. YouTube is just overall a better place.
You're still going to have your normal OBS recording, but now you're going to have these separate ones as well. It's insane how many people don't know that this exists. What you're going to want to do is go into your OBS settings, go to Output, and then make sure that you're in the advanced output mode. From there, you can select the replay buffer tab and enable the replay buffer. The time that you'll set will be the maximum replay time. So you can set that to 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whatever your heart's desires truly. Just make sure you allocate enough.
Like, I wouldn't mind doing any of this shit if it didn't take up space, because the number one thing I'm extremely bad at is storage. And I can't just have all these fucking, like, 4K videos that have, like, 28 gigabytes worth of space, you know? I have a limited amount of space, bro. I cannot be doing that shit. I can't have a bunch of fucking files on my computer.
Enough RAM to support the amount of video OBS.
I'm just gonna have to delete them all anyways for new shit, so.
As part of the replay buffer. With that set, you're gonna see
Takes
an
up too much
additional
space.
option under your controls.
Videos take too much space. Like, I would stream on, like, fucking, the GeForce recorder thing. That's what I used to stream before. I now use OBS because it wouldn't work. But when it did work, I would, like, let me see if I can access it.
So you're telling me you met the guy who delivers death to every doorstep, and you survived?
This is the most.
Look, he doesn't just show up and...
Oh. Hold on. Fuck. Alright.
For
Sorry.
starting the replay buffer. Once the replay buffer is started, you're going to see an icon to the right of that, and that will save your highlight clip. And yes, this can be active.
So basically, it's like a replay fixture. Alright, I
while
don't
you're
need
streaming.
that.
Jumping into number 4
I don't need that. I don't need that. I can just use clips on YouTube.
here, and that's the best settings for streaming and recording.
Okay, this I might need.
Probably the most important thing that people need to understand when it comes to the quality of their recordings and their streams is the bit rate. On screen right now are the recommended bit rate ranges for the resolution and FPS that you're going to record on.
I think for the most part, I have no problems with OBS. I think the bit rate's pretty good. You feel me? But
A lot of people are
we'll just see.
recording their gameplay in 1080p 60 FPS. So if you're going to do that using OBS, make sure that you have your bitrate set to at least 10,000 or higher. Now, how about the bit rates for streaming? If you're streaming anywhere around the quality of 1080p, then you're going to want to have your bit rate somewhere in the range of 4,500 kilobits per second. 720p, you can knock that down. But these are the bit
Look at
rate
Smarty
ranges that
Pants.
you're going to want to stay in.
You know what? You know what a pet peeve of mine is? People who say 4,500, like this motherfucker right here. It's 4,500. It's 4,500, not 4,500. Stop saying it like you're smart, bro. We get it. Like, damn. That's like 2,500. No, it's 2,500. Just say the. Oh my. Alright, I'm just
to
gonna hit
keep
play.
your stream quality at a good level. Coming in hot at number 5 on this list is the additional OBS features that are now available on the Elgato Stream Deck. If you own a Stream Deck, make sure you're updated to version 5.3, and you'll have so many OBS features available to you at the click of a button on your Stream Deck now. My favorite ones to use thus far are probably the replay buffer and taking screenshots. It's so convenient to just press a single button to do all this stuff now. Thank you, Elgato. Number 6 on this list is multi-streaming. So many third-party applications that allow you to stream make you pay if you want to multi-stream. No need to pay to multi-stream. The plugin you guys are going to want to download is the Multiple RTMP Outputs plugin. With that installed, you'll have a separate window pop up in your OBS. You can add a new target, name it whatever you like. I'm going with Twitch. And then just put in your RTMP URL as well as the stream key. You can find these URLs and stream keys within your streaming dashboard. I know Twitch even has a web page for all the different URLs you should be using depending on your region. I've left links in the description below for all this information. But once you have that information set, there's nothing else that you need to change below that. Just select OK. And after you've started a normal stream, make sure you select the start button for each of the targets you plan on multi-streaming to. And as you can see, this works just as designed. Number 7 on the
That's the most choppiest ass shit I've ever seen.
streaming too. And as you can see, this works just as designed. Number 7 on this list is the chat highlighter feature. The app you're gonna wanna download is called Twidget off of the Windows Store. So this one is only gonna work for people with a Windows PC. Once you log
Cool.
in, you'll have the
I don't know who the fuck uses the Mac. If you use a Mac, get the fuck out of here, bro.
ability
Nobody uses the Mac. Nobody uses a Mac. Unless it's for work or some shit. I don't see anybody using a Mac to fucking stream.
to add the link of your stream to this application, and it'll pull
Like,
up
I'm gonna keep it in
all of the chat dialogue of the stream. Now, you're gonna wanna make sure that you apply the Twidget URL as a browser source into OBS. I recommend following the settings that I have here up on screen, and then once your chat start flowing through, you can select any of those messages, and those will pop up on stream in a highlighted message format. You can also adjust
Okay, yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. I do not need that. I don't need this. I don't have a big following. There's no...
That's the way that this highlighted message will appear by going into the settings within Twidget, and you'll have several different styles to select from for how you want your chat messages to appear. If you're not too big of a fan having all these separate windows to have your chat pulled up, how about you put it right into OBS? Coming in at number 8 here is the chat OBS integration. Simply all you need to do here is go to your docs and then select the custom browser docs option. Put in whichever name for the doc you want to put in. It can be just YouTube chat simply. And then you're going to want to add in the URL of your pop-out chat window. Select apply, and then you'll see the window within OBS. Now, you'll probably need to log in to your YouTube, Twitch, Facebook account first, but then after you
I do not need
do
this.
that, the messages will start flowing through, and you can throw this doc anywhere you want in your OBS. You can throw it right next to your gameplay, so that way you can see both windows at the same time. And what's cool about this is that with your gameplay and your chat right next to each other, you won't have to always have your stream dashboard up in front of you at all times.
This only applies if you have a second monitor. I bet that's what he's referring to. You have to have a second monitor for this to work. Which I do not. I only have one. Crazy, I know. Yeah. I don't really have a second monitor. I can't do that shit. Also, I don't need to. I have my phone. I can just look at YouTube chat right here. In fact, I'm looking at it right now. There's been no messages. I can literally view my own fucking stream.
You can have other windows up and still not miss anything from your chat. But there you guys have it. Those are my top 8 OBS tips and tricks that you guys probably didn't know about. All the links to everything that I mentioned in this video are in the description below. Make sure you
There's OBS for your phone? Huh. Yeah, I do not need any of this shit. 50 tips and tricks.
Hey, in the next 20 minutes I will go over 50 tips that will change how you use OBS Studio. If you want to give your webcam a special shape, you can look for a black shape online as a PNG. Then right click your webcam, go to filters, add a new filter on the
I don't have a fucking webcam. I don't have a good enough camera.
bottom left, then choose image mask blend, click on OK, change the type to alpha channel, click on browse, and then choose the black image you just downloaded. Right now your webcam will take the look of the black PNG. If you often forget to
I don't have a
switch
webcam.
your scene when you go in game, for example, you can go to tools here, then to automatic scene switcher, then here you can select any program or game. I'm gonna take the calculator as an example, and then on the right you can select the specific scene that you want to switch to when you launch this program here on the left. So once you prepared it on top, click on the plus icon, you will start the automatic scene switcher, click close, and now every time I launch my calculator, as you see, I will switch to this scene here. If you go to view and then stats, you can see your stream's performance.
I don't need to do that. I'm not switching from game to game or any of that shit. I'm focused on playing one singular game so I can switch scenes before I start stream. And it'll work. I don't need it.
Means your
What I'm trying to accomplish here, I don't really need much. In fact, everything here is fine.
current settings are too high for your PC, and dropping frames means your internet isn't fast enough for the bitrate you chose. You can see the bitrate you are actually pulling on the right. If your webcam makes you look away from the stream, you can right click it, go to transform, and then flip horizontal. If you want to feel like a professional, you can go to view, then to multi-view, and this way you will get a switcher interface that they use for professional broadcasts. On the bottom you can just click on a scene and you will transition to it. If you find the stream
Don't need
settings
it.
pretty complicated, OBS can do it for you, and it's actually pretty good.
This motherfucker has like 3 monitors.
You can say optimize
Maybe 4.
for streaming, next, 1080p,
Wanna point
60
that out.
FPS, next, you log in with your stream account, click
I don't use Twitch.
on next, and now OBS will test your PC and your internet speed, and then it will determine the perfect settings. As I said, this is pretty good. These settings are exactly what I would have chosen. Instead of recording in MP4, you should record in MKV.
None of this applies to me. What the? What is Kiwi? What is this? Oh, it's fucking. Alright. Okay, bro. Alright, man. All the pro streamers are doing it. Alright.
Ho, Merry Christmas. This video has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's also hot as balls.
Oh,
so
shit,
I don't,
that's
I don't
a
feel like
guy.
changing. We're just gonna do the video. This is my OBS setup that I use for streaming. I've got probably over 50 scenes. I don't even know how many sources I have. I've just lost track. I got a ton of effects, like 6 different camera angles, filters, scenes for consoles that I don't even use. There's a lot going on here, and I know just looking at this might make you feel a little bit intimidated. So to make your life just a little bit easier, I wanted to show you guys a few really basic tips that you can start using right now. These tricks are gonna seem pretty easy, but trust me, pretty much everybody that I know that's at least somewhat proficient in OBS uses some, if not all of these tricks, and they're really just gonna help you keep organized and keep track
Was
of
that
all your
me?
different not all of these tricks.
that
And
him?
they're really just gonna help you keep organized and keep track of all your different scenes and sources so that you can put on a show that looks more like this instead of like this.
Hold on.
A show that looks more like this.
Yeah. Alright. See, I don't have a webcam though. That's the thing. I don't have a webcam. Should I have a webcam? Should I get one?
Instead of like this.
I might get a VTuber model, so I don't have to actually show my face. But wait, I'd still have to have a camera. If I had a camera, I could just stream my face, and that'd be much easier. So I wouldn't need a VTuber model in the first place. Okay, you know what? I don't fucking know, bro. I don't fucking know.
Real quick, I want to do a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Nerd or Die. You already know Nerd
Nerd
or
or
Die. They make the whole
Die?
streamer
That's a
everything-
stupid ass name.
They have a bunch of free. Make sure you nested scenes. This is a tip I've
Nested
already
scenes.
talked
That
about
sounds dirty
before,
for some
but
reason,
I'm
and I can't put my
recycling
finger on it.
content because I've kind of run out of ideas for videos. But more importantly,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that everybody knows what nested scenes are because it's going to be really important when we get on to the other tips. Nested scenes are basically a way that you can layer different scenes, and to put it more simply, it's a way that you can group sources together. But it's way better than the native way of grouping sources together that most people are probably using. Here's a classic example of what I think most people's layouts look like when they first start streaming. So you got your gameplay full screen and then your webcam in the corner, and then you just got a bunch of different text labels
Alright.
for like your latest follower and last cheerer. So let's just say we wanted to take all of these 4 text labels and add them to our just chatting scene. Well, what I've seen a lot of people do is they just take each of these text labels and then re-add them to the just chatting scene. A better way of doing it would be to create an entirely separate scene. We'll just call this one labels. And inside of here, you would add each of your 4 different text labels. Once you've added your 4 sources into its own scene, then you can actually add that label scene into whatever other scene you want. So you can just go into just chatting, right click, add a source and select scene, and then select the label scene that you just created, and you can just move this wherever you want, just like it was a regular scene. One thing you might notice is this box is fucking massive, so if you want to make it smaller, then
What the fuck is this? Why would you need this? It just cluttered up your damn
you
screen.
can just hold down the Alt key and drag
Screen.
in from the sides, and you can
Oh
actually
my god. I need fucking speech therapy. What the fuck is this on your screen, bro?
crop your box up here so it doesn't appear super massive. I've actually
Why would I need this? I don't have a big following. I would never need this.
done something very similar for my personal setup. So if you actually check over here, I've got this source that's called HUD, which includes all of my different metrics for like my view count, my follower count, my sub count, as well as my local time and my live chat. And by the way, if you want to know how to get all those widgets, I made a video showing you how to do that in the top left corner, top right corner, whatever, where the YouTube puts it these days. But all these widgets are sitting in its own nested scene, which is why I can just move them as if it was one source. So if you actually look down here in my list of scenes, you'll see a scene named HUD, which includes all of these different widgets. That HUD scene never actually gets displayed to my viewers. It's just there to make my life easier so that I can group different sources together. Another example would be if I wanted to overlay this video of me repeatedly punching myself in the face. Instead of adding this media source to every single other scene, what I can do is I can create another nested scene called webcam scene, and then here I would add in my webcam as well as that media source of the punch. And now instead of using my webcam when I want to use my webcam, I can just use that nested scene called webcam scene. And back on my gameplay scene, I'm not using my webcam anymore, I'm using the webcam scene, which includes the video file of me punching myself in the face. You can think of it like layering.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's interesting. But why the fuck would I need to punch myself in the face? At what time would I ever need to do that? Why would I ever need to do that? Why would all the pro streamers are using? Is every pro streamer like punching themselves in the face? Like what the fuck?
Inside of Photoshop, and the beauty of this is that you can put nested scenes within nested scenes and create some multiple layer deep complicated scenes. In fact, if you look at my setup, my camera on this scene, which is called camera A, this is not my camera. My camera is actually buried like 10 layers deep. In fact, let's have a look here, right? Here's the camera A scene, which contains layer 1, which contains layer 2, layer 3, etc. to layer 7. But we're not even done yet because we have this camera A stack, which we go into here, has 6 different cameras. But wait, we're not even done. These are not cameras. These are actually other scenes. This is where my camera is. It seems really complicated, and don't get me wrong, I know that it is, but once you can start implementing nested scenes into your own layouts, then you can start to design stuff that's really professional and seriously impressive. One of these days, I gotta do a video going through my entire OBS setup so you can see all the ins and outs and how I've designed everything. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you were paying close attention, you would have noticed that I've got a whole bunch of separators over here. These are literally just empty scenes. There's absolutely nothing in them. I just added the dashes in here so I can visually separate the different kinds of sources that I have in my scene collection. So over here in the streaming section, I've got all these different sources. These are the ones that I actually display to my viewers. But all these other ones, like these sub scenes here, these are all the nested scenes that I have for my main scenes. But I got categories for all kinds of stuff. I got categories for all my different cameras, for all my audio, even different widgets that I've created for OBS. I put them in their own section or their own category. By the way, the idea of using these separator scenes, you don't just have to use this for scenes. If you're more advanced with OBS, you probably have a bunch of different filters, and you can use it for filters too. Like if I go into one of my layers here for my camera, I've got a bunch of different filters just for my camera, and I've separated them out for all the different effects that I have running. And all of these separator sources, these are just regular crop filters but I've just zeroed out all the values so it doesn't do anything. So here I've got my barrel roll section to make my camera spin around, and I've got this big head section to make my head go huge. If you don't know what any of this stuff is, don't worry, this is for more advanced users, but just for the people that are more advanced, you can use it here too. Another thing you might have noticed is a bunch of my sources have these letters in square brackets in front of them, and I like to call this tagging my sources. So for example, I've got a bunch of A's in front of all my different audio sources, or I've got an I in front of all my image sources, or a B if it's a browser source. It not only just helps me easily identify what type of source I'm dealing with, but also you'll notice that in some drop-down boxes that list all your different sources, it actually lists all your sources in alphabetical order. And so if you haven't tagged your source...
Alright, that's enough of that. Well, I think we're good. Don't you think? I think we're doing alright. Yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. I will definitely stream tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to school tomorrow, and then once I get home, I'll hit up Ty. I'll be like, "Hey man, what's up, bro?" And he's gonna be like, "Hey man, Blay, what's up, bro?" And we're gonna play Half-Life 2. It's gonna be amazing. I better see you there. So yeah, join me. Love you guys.